Hey guys, this is Rebbe from yofa.net, and I was just listening to an Abraham CD, and here are the words that jumped out at me. This was in response to a man asking about an unwanted body condition. And so the man is asking about this problem that he has, and Abraham says, that's the most important question ever. How can I be living something that has my almost complete awareness and create a different grid? And by grid, if you haven't been listening to Abraham lately, they're basically meaning and attract something completely different. And to return to the quote, they say, and we acknowledge it's not an easy thing, but it is the work. So this is what Abraham is saying. And I was like, bullseye. This is exactly what I've been working on. I've been discovering how to take the most difficult things that you're living, the ones that are like so hard to shift, and to melt them like butter, to just dissolve them, to erase them, and ultimately to free you so that you can live your joy. And so I want to share this with you. So here's my invitation to you. I'm inviting you to find out how to erase the pain that, as Abraham says, has your almost complete awareness, and start living the life you intended. So you're invited to the next Yofa webinar, where we're going to be starting to do exactly that. There's no charge for the webinar, and I want you to play a game with me if you'll do this. I'm asking you to imagine that you paid $100 for this seminar. Really, you're going to pay nothing. This webinar is free. But I want you to just set aside the time, make believe that you paid $100 for this, and give it your full attention. Make it your intention to get at least $100 worth of value from this presentation. Of course, that's up to you because it costs you absolutely nothing to come to the webinar, but you might actually get a really big shift, and I want you to come in with that expectation. So you're going to choose the time that's best for you. So here's what you do now. Click the link. It's at yofa.net/yes. Really easy. yofa.net/yes. Whatever page you're listening to this on, there's probably a link right there. Go ahead and click that link and register for the webinar. You can choose the date and the time that you want to come. Mark your calendar. Block out about an hour and a half to 2 hours for this webinar. This is a serious webinar. And now share this link on Facebook, on Twitter, Google+, in emails, on the phone to people, in any and every way that you can think of. So why are you going to share this? Well, I, of course, appreciate you doing that, but because you're going to help people who don't even know you. When you put that link on Facebook and somebody else shares it and somebody else shares it, it's going to get lost from your grip, but somebody's going to see that. Maybe a lot of people are going to see that who have been in chronic pain for years, or who are going through a divorce, or who are going through a financial problem, and they're going to see that, and it's going to help them erase that pain. And you'll be just doing a really, really wonderful thing for that person who you don't even know. If they knew you, they'd thank you. So this is about erasing your pain. This is about erasing joint pain, relationship conflicts, financial struggles, you name it. We can get started erasing it right on this webinar. So please go register now, because space is limited, and I really look forward to hearing your comments, reading your comments on this groundbreaking new work that I'm offering on this webinar. This is Rebbe from yofa.net, and just as an aside, be sure to pay attention. In the early part of the webinar, I've included some old, never-before-seen pictures of me in my office as a chiropractor. Some of you know I was a chiropractor. Some of you probably wonder, was that really true? She talks about it, but we never hear much about that. So you see pictures of me in the 1980s in my office adjusting people. We dug those out, and you definitely don't want to miss those. And then also pay attention at the very end of the webinar. Stick around till the end, because I'm going to be making an offer at the end of this webinar that will make your jaw drop. I have never, ever, 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 ever made an offer like this. You'll see why when you see what the offer is. I've never, ever done this before. I may never, ever do it again. We'll see. But be sure to stick around till the end of the webinar. It's a long webinar. Focus. Get like settle yourself in and make this valuable for you. And I'll see you on the webinar, yofa.net/yes. This is Rebbe. I'll be talking to you again soon. Thanks for listening.